Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who was part of a friendship group or community. Maybe it's even in a workplace, but it feels like I want to say something like that doesn't seem like what we should do, but everyone else's voice was louder than mine. I didn't feel like I could speak up, or if I did speak up, nobody was listening to me. And I feel like this is the person who had good intentions, and everybody who had maybe kind of petty intentions or even revenge on their mind. These are the individuals who won out. So with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, we have someone giving up or feeling like they just need to kind of be quiet because they can't change how somebody or some other people, their coworkers, their family, look at a person or a situation. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Wind Chan Chan. I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, Renata. Hello, Illuminati. I hope you're having a good day. If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box below, and right below that, you can find additional information on how to become a member of the channel. The lowest tier is just $3.99. Hello, Corey. How are you doing? All right, we're going to start with the situations deck. What else is going on here? Yeah, I think this is someone who doesn't want to retaliate because this came out in the reverse. This is something that's happening when you see this, possibly the day before, possibly tomorrow, but it does say today. So I'm taking that as present, right? This is someone who feels like everybody else is saying I have to do this, but I don't really want to do it. It's not like my fight. Why do I have to, spread gossip about somebody or say, yeah, that person deserves to get fired? Whoever I'm picking up on, they feel really uncomfortable about what the team or the group or the company has decided or the family has decided. Hello, Co-Create. How are you doing? Hello, Bitchy Tata. Crickets, silence, non-action, lockbox. Exactly. I'm frustrated. I feel like I can't say anything, like I can't do anything. There's no action I can take because my voice is drowned out by everybody else, or no one's really paying attention. But the thing is, this person who feels like they can't influence the group or the decision's already been made, the family's decided, we're going to have the reunion here instead of here. We've got somebody who feels like they should take a risk. So even though they don't necessarily feel like they could speak up or there's nothing that they could do to change the mind, it's kind of like they might be plotting to find a way to cause some problems for the people who want to cause problems. Now, they're not actually planning a family reunion because there's retaliation here, right? I suppose you could argue maybe I'm mad at my cousin, so I'm going to plan the family reunion to be as far away from them as possible so they can't join. Sure, that could be a thing. But this is more so someone who says, you know what, conventional communication isn't working, so I guess I'll just forget to do something and then your plan won't work. Interesting. So we have, this is the Wild Reflections Tarot. We have Temperance and the Sun in the reverse. There's something that has not happened yet. Something, it could be a decision, it could be a conversation, it could be a scandal, but it's like I'm sitting here and I know that it's only a matter of time before this is an issue or before people are talking about this thing. Be quiet before the storm. Hello, Selena. How are you doing? Hello, Danny. What's going on? Hello, DeMarco. Another Nine of Wands, but this one is in the upright. The Lovers, Nine of Wands, Three of Cups. So I know there was a decision on which path to take or what we should do, and everyone else seems to want to be petty or seems to want to get like some sort of revenge, but I didn't really feel that way. I was the odd man out. I was the person who felt like there's a better way to handle this situation or this energy, better way to spend your time. With the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it's like, this is folly. I don't know why you're so obsessed with this. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Cups in the reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles. Honestly, I think this is someone who's maybe even like undercover, or maybe, my opinion has changed and I kind of want to know what you're going to plan, because if I could cause some problems for you trying to cause some problems, then maybe, disaster can be averted. So this is like, I know that my friends or my coworkers are pursuing this thing. They're going to spread this rumor or whatever it is. But because I know their plans, I am uniquely suited to be a foil or to like trip them up in those plans. So if I can't influence you, if I can't change your mind, if I know you're just going to keep doing what I think is a horrible idea, then maybe I'll just like make it difficult for you or impossible. I was trying to think of like movie references that, where someone's ruining a plan, but like, I don't want to like encourage any violence or like illegal stuff. So we'll just say this person's trying to figure out how to prevent this revenge or retaliation. Death in the reverse, Nine of Swords. This is like, you're not giving up. You're not willing to stop. You don't feel like you've won. If you've ever seen Grumpy Old Men or even Grumpier Old Men, it's that kind of energy, because these are like two dudes who've been like pranking each other back and forth or like angry at each other for decades, right? This is somebody who's like, really, you can't just like move on? All right, then I'm going to find a way to like make you, well, I guess they're going to make the plan look kind of stupid or not well executed, because they've got something they can do to kind of hobble whatever the plan is, make it impossible or unlikely that they achieve whatever the goal is. This is the Energy Oracle. Hey, Rachel, how are you doing today? Action, number 17, and number 46, the Thinking Man. This is the person who's on their own. I can't influence people. I can't get people to stop pursuing this retaliation or this revenge or this silly obsession that they have. So I can. So the thing I keep picturing in my mind is when in The Sound of Music, the nuns do something to like disable a car, I think, or cars. And I don't know what it was. Was it like a gasket or something? But again, this card is making me think of that. It's like, I can just kind of make it impossible for you to do the thing that you want, because I feel like what you're doing is wrong. So a little bit of sabotage, but apparently for a good cause. This is the Kipper. What else? Message of concern in the reverse, and main male in the reverse. Sometimes it is a beautiful thing to be underestimated. Sometimes it's for the best if people don't take you seriously. Sometimes it's easier to achieve what you want to if you're not even on people's radar. And I do think that to some extent, this person may have been a little bit more soft spoken or unlikely to challenge people in an effort to encourage people to be wrong about them. If you think I'm just shy and I don't take any actions, or if you think that, I agree with you, that's fine. But you might be wrong. So this could be like a low-level employee. This could be someone who's lied about their intelligence in terms of diminishing it to make sure people don't expect certain things from them. This could be someone who is working as a janitor or portraying themselves as poor. But this is someone who is actually much more skilled than the people around them believe. This is like somebody who's pretending to be, or like has a job as a butler, but they're actually like a scholar, like they've written like 20 books. This is an effort to like invite those around you to underestimate you and feel like you're not a threat. So it could be we have somebody that's gone undercover or is purposefully trying to create chaos. Like at the outset, that was their goal. All right, this is the Metamuse. What else do we have? Doing well. How are you, Rachel? Hey, Nick. How are you? High Priestess in the reverse. Ten of Wands. A sense of relief because I feel like what I've planned or what I've been working towards is going to work. But this is confidence in something that hasn't actually happened yet. This is like assuming everything will go fine and then realizing that you forgot to start the washer or the dryer and now you can't wear the outfit you were supposed to wear. Now you can't be to your friend's place on time because then you can't switch it over to the dryer. I don't know. These are for some reason domestic things. But this is like you haven't gotten to the point where you can celebrate that the thing that you wanted to achieve was actually achieved. And it's the people who want to create chaos or this person who wants revenge, assuming victory before it's actually been accomplished. Ace of Swords, Hermit. Because see, the thing is, somebody knows the plan who is completely opposed to the goal. I know what you're planning and I know exactly how to stop it. You just don't know that I know how to stop it. Ten of Cups in the reverse. One of these things just doesn't belong here. In the best way, because this Hermit person has it's like they have a heart of gold. They have the right idea. They're being protective. They just knew that they wouldn't be able to convince others to see things their way or the right way. But this is the Hermit with the Ace of Swords. They understand the reality of the situation. They just know they couldn't convince these people to see how it really is. You know, this could be like a black sheep of the family, right? You all want to believe in that, or you all want to think that that person's telling the truth, then go for it, right? But we've got taking matters into their own hands, knowing what the directions or the steps or the plans are, and realizing I know how I can stop it. The Chariot could be the cops, the law enforcement in the local area, but this is like, no, we've got a way to spoil your little plan. It's not going to go the way you want it to. So at the outset, it felt like this person didn't have the courage to say something, but I think it's more so they accepted where they could be most effective. if I cannot convince you that this is the truth, or this is, that this person's not guilty or whatever, then we'll have to find a different way to approach this. So a little bit of dishonesty or trickery, but with good intentions, oddly enough. This is the Poe Tarot. Let's see. Hi, Michael. How are you doing? Hello, Kingly Eagle. Thank you, Rachel. Hello, Johnny. How's your day? Hello, Renee. Ace of Wells. This would be like the Ace of Cups. Beauty of whatever kind in its supreme development invariably excites the sensitive soul to tears. I think we have somebody wicked smart who has leveraged their looks to get accepted into a group, or to get somebody to propose to them, or to get somebody to hire them. This is like, I will let you think that I'm kind of dumb, or let you think that I will just follow along, or, I'm nice to look at. But the reality is I'm here to cause some trouble for you. Wow, strength. A feeling for which I have no name has taken possession of my soul. We have somebody that may have, at the outset of their life, been a little bit more likely to have been described as a coward, somebody who did not stand up for what they believe in, somebody who did not start fights or didn't speak up, but something pretty materially important has happened in their life. Perhaps the loss of somebody that they care deeply for, perhaps a change in terms of their financial security. But we have somebody who is normally quite docile and shy that is ready to tear someone to pieces. What is that song? It's going to drive me crazy. It's like I can only hear the song and not the lyrics, but it has something to do with tear you to pieces. So normally I'm a very loving person. Normally I'm very kind. Normally I'm respected because people know that I'm intelligent, but I'm letting you think that I'm a little bit dumb. I'm letting you underestimate me because I don't want you to see me as an opponent. I want you to see me as like, just someone on the team, just someone like, doing whatever. But I have a plan. And it goes directly against the plan that everybody else has. We have the Six of Quills, which is the Six of Swords. We called it the River of Silence, for there seemed to be a hushing influence in its flow. Yeah. So I will remain quiet. I will avoid calling someone out for being a twat, for being wrong, because I know I'm not going to change anyone's opinion. But I'm also not going to let whatever they're trying to do actually happen. This is the Black Tarot. Exactly. What else? Knight of Spears or Knight of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I think we have an illusion that someone created over a long period of time, and they came across as insecure, incapable, quiet, unassuming. I don't really speak up much, but this is not who this person really is. They have curated this, kind of nobody really remembers that I'm in the room kind of energy, because their whole mission is like, I want to collect information. I want to figure out what I can do to stop you. Ace of Spheres or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. 5 of Wands in the reverse. 3 of Cups. They have not been discovered yet. Nobody knows that this person is working against the other people in this group or other people in this family. So I think there's a big loss that's about to happen, or a big like scandal, a big change, where whatever you thought was going to happen, like, haha, just kidding, it's not going to, because I've got all of your plans figured out and I knew exactly how to destroy them without you even knowing. So I lied to you about who I was in order to be able to get you to accept me, and then you told me all your darkest secrets, and now I'm letting everybody know. Or I'm breaking your plan. The World. Yeah, this is going to put an end to this plan. 8 of Cups. It's like, okay, if you've ever seen, gosh, there's so many movies that do this, where like towards the end of a movie, the villain captures like the good person, right? The one we're all cheering for. Well, most people. And then they're like, okay, you're tied up and there's like a bomb that's gonna go off in a little bit. So I can like casually walk away and I'm sure everything will get taken care of before I come back around, right? I'm not like advocating violence or anything, but I always thought it was kind of like a cheap way out to like allow for an escape, right? Because I don't feel like most villains would be that way. Whoever the villain is in this story, that's what they do. They're like, hey, so I've set everything in motion. I feel like, just I hit start on the microwave, so everything's gonna go the way I want it to now. Nope. Surprise. I actually like stole your popcorn from the microwave. Somebody ruins the countdown. The Fool in the reverse. 6 of Wands in the reverse. Maybe you shouldn't have walked away until things were actually sorted. Actually, I'm totally okay with you walking away before things were sorted, because that's why you don't get to like be vengeful or petty. So things work out in the end because we've got somebody with inside information and they know how to cause a little bit of trouble. Good trouble, I suppose. Hello, James. How are you doing? Hey, Aqua Beauty. What's happening? All right, so there's a possibility we're dealing with a criminal situation. So I figured I would draw a few from the True Crime Oracle cards. Wow. So we've got alive and money. There is, for some of you, a plan to hurt somebody. There is a plan to mess with perhaps even medication, but it's all because of money. So the motivation here in terms of why this retaliation is being planned or why somebody is trying to get back, it's because of money. Yo, I was not expecting that. I don't know the rules on YouTube, but okay. We've got dismemberment, which is kind of like serious. Yeah, you guys, I think these plans are pretty awful. I guess in one way we could look at it as this is somebody who realized that things were escalating, realized that maybe there was some like disjointed opinions in the group. But I gotta be real with you guys. I feel like this is somebody who really was angry and wanted to cause some serious damage? Oh, I hope it goes well for you. Hello, Rash. How are you doing? So we do have love, and I feel like this is the saving grace or the energy that prevents someone from being hurt. They are able to uncover details by pretending to not be that smart, by pretending to be someone they're not. Because whoever you are, you're the hermit, you're pretty dang smart. You figure out the plan, you got the details, and you're able to make sure that it does not happen. So I kind of feel like we're talking about somebody who's saving someone's life or somebody who knows how to de-escalate, right? Things don't need to get that crazy. So here's what we need to do instead. Aw, you're nice, Laura. I like it. So let's get a few from What's the News and see what kind of outcome we have. Wine and dine. And cuffing season. I think we have, what do they call it? Is it honeypot? I think we have somebody who's leveraging their good looks to get close to somebody who is a bit mad. In either way you want to take that, and planning or plotting against someone. But this flirtatious energy is able to overhear or understand what the plan is so that they can actually like sabotage it. Yeah, I think we might even have like a spy. And they get close enough to get the details needed to destroy this plan. Why is this person so angry? The retaliation or people, I suppose, because they keep coming out as the Three of Cups. So that's more than one person. Masculine energy, Yang. Rejection, abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear. And beginnings, try again, new direction, start over. Well, rejection seems to be the motive. And we also have somebody who's all talk. But I feel like this person who's all talk gets kind of looped in, or they're like dragged along by someone who is not pretending or not bluffing, and they are willing to make some pretty big mistakes because of their anger. But we have depth, awareness, importance, value. This is that mole or that spy, whoever is able to get information or insight on this and is able to make sure that they don't actually get to do what they want to do. So we do have someone that's obsessed. So we could have a little bit of a stalker situation. Somebody who just can't handle the fact that they've been rejected. This could, of course, be on more of like a business level, talking about somebody who feels like their business might be completely kaput because of something that happened with someone else, and they want to get back at that person who caused their business to have issues. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Hey, Laura, I hope you're having a good day. And I hope to see you on the next reading. Toodles.